The Voyboy tweeted this: "It warms my heart to see both AD carries MSI matches running Flash Ghost so many years after I first tried to tell everyone about the OP power of the Ghost Sonic tech after the reset buffs in 2020. So it's indeed true. Ghost does have some reset stacks if you get potentially value from it, but that's besides the point. Looks like Void the mastermind theory crafting of the... Yeah, so he's just miming. And the point is, that's just a wrong approach. You're not going to get value almost never from Ghost. And of course, I tweet that it's a low IQ take. And he memes me with some, you don't have mechanics, mobility, kiting, blah, blah, blah. But what I did is, I actually watched the game he is pointing to. And I'm wondering if he watched it as well. Or if people that take Ghost, and it's a common thing nowadays for people to take Ghost on AD carry, actually understand what Ghost does. So, first of all, Mr. Void, before tweeting some shit like this, if you wanna take responsibility for people inting every game with Ghost, be my guest. But at least watch the games and see what people actually did with Ghost in these games. So let's watch the very first fight. Before we see the fight, let's analyze the comps. We see a Gnar Vi Ari comp, so we already have catch on AD carry. Saya is very good to counter that. However, from that comp, she will never be able to counter Vi. So in that case, we have to take into account exhaust or heal would be better in order to survive at least enough for her to press R. That's the point. She needs to survive at least for her to press flash, potentially R, and to fight from behind. In the opposite comp, Jinx has to deal with Yasuo, Gragas, and Xante. Obviously, it's much easier for Jinx to deal with that comp since the only threat is Yasuo, and she already has a Lulu to potentially kite for her. So, in the case of Jinx, she should have an exhaust and a heal from Lulu to save her from Yasuo. If Yasuo goes in a comp like this, she can just tank the damage and afterwards be able to freely DPS since Yasuo is out of the fight. Now, that being said, we take into account that Jinx can only play heal exhaust, while Rakan and Saya, being an aggressive lane, can be either strong-sided or weak-sided. If they are to play aggressively, they can go Exhaust Ignite. If they are to play defensively, they can go Heal Ignite, since Yasuo can be a definite win condition in their comp. Now that we analyze the comps, let's see what our wonderful AD carries do with Ghost, the most useless summoner spell. So we see Elk going into melee range, hitting Stixay. Where's the value from Ghost? Both AD carries have used Ghost. Where's the value? They are just hitting each other from melee range. Bear in mind, Ghost has already expired after they hit each other in melee range. Now, Jinx gets her passive, get excited, and I wanna say, before anything, having Ghost on Jinx is like having Relay on Anivia. Like having Relay on Lissandra. What even is the point? It's actually worse. Because if you have Heal or Exhaust, you can actually have actual combat spells to proc your passive to get actual Ghost. A stronger Ghost. Jinx's passive is really strong. Now, you have Ghost and pray the enemy AD carries ints into you. Like, what the hell, man? From here on, she gets value not from Ghost, but from her actual passive. Yeah, nice Ghost value. It's really strong, this patch. Let's move forward. Next fight where we get Ghost. It's around here. So, now that blue side is ahead in gold, they can just storm the Golden Guardians bot lane, but maybe Stixay gets some value here. Look, he almost has Ghost. He doesn't use Ghost here to kite Vi. He doesn't use Ghost here while he's autoing, and now he got some Ghost value. Crazy movement. Jinx didn't get to use Ghost. So there's no value from this Ghost here. Okay, let's move forward. Maybe we get ghost value sometime in the next game. When it's not going to happen? Never. Next one. I think it's around 21, 25, right? Okay, this is arguably, potentially a ghost value situation, but it's not going to happen. Remember when we talked about Yasuo, Gragas, and K'Sante being a comp and a threat for Jinx? Now, bear in mind, if she had exhaust here, she uses the same amount of auto attacks on her threat. But, on top of that, she denies damage from her threat in this situation where she gets dove. We'll look at the ghost. She's using it now. She used 1 extra auto attack, potentially 2 extra auto attacks, and now she's using ghost to farm minions in melee range. This is your ghost value. Let's move forward. When are we going to get ghost value? Maybe we'll get ghost value by the end of the game. Let's see. Let's watch out. Let's find out. Where's the ghost value? Okay, watch here. This is a negative value situation. Now, bear in mind, again, we should have had different summoner spells. We should have had heal or exhaust here and heal here. Or potentially exhaust. What's Stick say? Watch him here. He just ghosted. He moves left and right. Not upwards. So there's no value because moving left-right doesn't change the damage from Ahri. And if he had heal here, he would save Rakan. So not having heal, kill his teammate. Like, bear in mind, heal also gives movement speed. It just gives a flat number of 40% movement speed, while Ghost gets around 40 movement speed. It's the almost the same amount of Ghost. So he had 5% extra movement speed there, which is nothing. It's almost nothing. So here he gets negative value from Ghost. With heal, he saves his teammate. And again, bear in mind, it's a situation where he's already behind because he has Ghost. Okay, when are we getting value? Maybe next time, next fight. Watch here. This is a fight where both AD carries ghosted. Look at Jinx here. She's here. Where's the value from Ghost? Where's the value from Ghost? She just died in CC. So no value. Now you may argue that no other summoner spell would have saved her there. And I would argue if she had different summoner spells at different points, she would have been stronger and maybe not put herself in a position where she would die for nothing. And let's see Stixay's value. Stixay is here. Now we watch Stixay. Look at him. Look at him. He's just hitting people from mid range. Now no value. Literally no value from both AD carries. Where's the value? Why is Ghost so OP? When are we getting value from Ghost? Or AD carries attacking things in mid range with extra movement speed? Now, I actually found 10 minutes later into the game, and bear in mind solo queue games are over in the first few minutes because everyone FFs 15 now, God bless. But maybe we get into late game where we find the first Ghost value, potentially Ghost value. So bear in mind that nothing happened here with Ghost. Nothing. Nothing. So we get value from Jinx as Golden Guardians is rotating. Now, Jinx is gonna get Ghost here, and with Ghost, she gets 1, 2. She gets 2 extra autos from Ghost. That's your value. 2 extra auto attacks from Ghost. Oh my lord, play it every single game. It's so OP, guys. That's your value from Ghost. Minute 40, she gets 2 extra auto attacks from Ghost. And she would get 1 if she had heal with exhaust. Obviously, if she had exhaust, she would get none. So that's your value. Minute 40, that's your how OP Ghost is. Almost nothing. Now, let's watch the next fight where we get value, potentially. He's here, he has Ghost up, he's totally out of position. Look where Ari is. Like, if look at his Nar, he's so out of position, it's painful. So no value from Ghost right now. She got Mikael'd and she used Gale Force. And now with Ghost, she didn't hit anything. So no value. Literally no value from Ghost. She got value from Gale Force and from Mikael from Lulu. But wait, Stixay also used Ghost. Where is his value? He's now hitting a CC'd target in melee range. That's your Ghost value. So OP, guys, play it every game. And there's only one more fight where both AD carries ghosted. It's around here. Now, Jinx had no value from Ghost, but you could argue Stixay did. Let's watch the fight. Jinx is here. Watch him. Watch him. He hits it. Owie. 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 So Jinx just died to air. And when you die to air, wouldn't it be better just so you have exhaust? When you position like this, potentially nothing could save you. However, you could at least take some reduced damage. Help your team reduce some damage. So no value from Ghost there. But you can't argue that Stixay uses Ghost here to move to the fight, to move around the fight. But after this happened, I would argue that if he flashes here, from here to here, he doesn't even need Ghost because the fight is already over, they won. He even uses ult offensively for damage. He doesn't even need to use the ult. So there's your Ghost value. This is your value. People don't actually pay attention to what Ghost does and how much it hurts your team, especially in early game. It denies you 2v2s, it denies you 3v3s as a jungler. If the enemy jungler has an AD carry with heal or exhaust, and you have Ghost, you know you already lost the fight. Same goes for Cleanse and TP. Goddamn, if you have TP, pray to God you actually get a Scuttle or a Dragon. It does absolutely nothing on the AD carry class. People don't understand AD carries usually don't chase you. When an AD carry chases you, he's already fed. Everyone tries to get the AD carry fed. That's the point most of the times. People just go approach it in the wrong way. Ghost is only good if you have long range, if you have many items. And how do you get with that? How do you get to that? You don't get to that without fighting. You just put yourself in a situation where you are behind. So yeah, stop playing Ghost. It's dumb. It's useless. It doesn't do anything. It's just bad.